from when the single team were speaking are a little bit scattered. First, I drew a demon cat who looks fat to me, a fat demon cat. He says, "What's an egg timer?" Because I don't know, you know. He also says, "Karma whata?" Because that was, you know, right. And then it also says, "I love everybody loves Raymond," because I do love Everybody Loves Raymond. So thank you for bringing that up.
Somebody else does.
Okay. To keep a relationship, you must add spice, because being in a relationship is very nice. Sex in the morning can be fun. Maybe put a stick in a hamburger bun. I'm sorry, I can't do this. It's clear to everybody, as you all know, that the truth is I've been in a relationship with most of the audience, and this is just really awkward and strange, and I want to, instead of reading this filthy sex poem I wrote on the way here, maybe talk to some of you guys and actually illustrate, because I think relationships, what they do, they give gifts, and I think a lot of you have given me a lot of gifts over the past few years of my life. But how are you, I like your hair. I didn't know that you wanted to do that with it, but it looks good. Oh, thanks, yeah. I'm using a new shampoo. It's called Hasn't Showered in 2 Days. You look great. Kenny, everybody. Okay, we're gonna talk about Kenny. Kenny and I first met in St. Augustine, Florida. I was hiding. I was in debt at the time, and I was in a lot of debt, and I just ran out of my first marriage to Tommy. It's right there in the glass. Tommy, a great relationship. I don't like to say I cheated on Tommy, but I had a relationship overlap, which I think is completely fine. I had a relationship overlap with Lenny, who's hiding right now. He's very bashful, but he's there. So back to Kenny. I went from Lenny to Kenny, which I think is really cute because they both rhyme, and I just realized that now. Human psychology. But Kenny and we worked at this restaurant. I think it was French. It was called like Appelbee's. Appelbee's. I can never pronounce it. Appelbee's or something. And I fell for Kenny the moment he came into the kitchen, and I was trying to scrape like hardened crab ragoon off this plate, and I was having a hell of a time at it. And Kenny came in, and he took his big tongue out, and he just licked the plate, and the crab literally melted off. And then he said some line like, what else can I look in here? And, I was immediately floored. That was the sexiest thing. And I don't mean to insult anybody in the room, but that was the sexiest thing that has ever been said to me and will probably be said to me. So it was from that moment on we were together, and it was great. We were both doing a lot of bath salts at the time. And I think we were kind of ahead of the curve with the bath salts, which I think is kind of cool about us. It's like our thing. Yeah, we had it before, it's cool, And so we were doing a lot of bath salts, and like many hot and heavy relationships, it sort of ended in flames, and we decided to burn down the Applebee's, and we burned it down, and then that's not even the worst of it. That night, we had a horrible fight while assembling IKEA furniture, which can end relationships. It's a horrible, horrible thing. So we just sort of, went our separate ways, and it's a real treat seeing you here, and I want to thank you, because had it not been for Kenny, I wouldn't have learned about things that I love, things that I'm into, bath salts, fire, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what they are. It matters that, he introduced me to them or helped me along with them, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. Terry! Okay. Terry and I, this is funny, this was like 25 years ago. We worked in Freeport, Maine at the LL Bean factory store. And I was head of the fleece department for no reason whatsoever. I don't know why they gave me that job, but I was head of the fleece department, and Terry was head of the flannels. And, so I always kind of like had this fantasy, I guess, in my head of the flannels and the fleeces getting together. And one day, it was like around 9:30 a.m., Terry came over to me, and he said, "Oh, hey, where should we put the new inventory? I'm just trying to figure out downstairs." And at the time, I took it sexually. Looking back, it was obviously just a question. But I threw him into the broom closet and had intercourse with him. And it was great. And 9 months later, we had a kid. A girl? A girl, right? A girl, okay. I'm not a terrible person. It was a girl. I was right. We had a girl, and, I get phone calls, letters sometimes from Terry, begging me to come see her, and it's like, I want to, but I live in Washington Heights, They live in Brooklyn Heights. You think you live in New York and, we see each other all the time, we're in New York. No, that is a journey. That is a long haul. That is an epic journey. And it's like, yeah, I'll come see her. I will. I'll come see her. I'd like a book written about me afterwards, but I'll do it. Michael. Wow, I didn't expect you. I haven't seen you since the lawsuit, yes. Wow, this is nuts. I've been doing really, actually better, which is great. I've been doing better, and to be technically correct, I just wanted to get this out because this is something I've been wanting. It was my cactus plant. So I could water it at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whenever the hell I wanted, if I wanted to, breaking and entering, making and remembering, It's mine. And I am allowed to take responsibility for my cactus plant. So maybe see you after the show. Okay, cool. In closing, I'd like to say that relationships really do, I think, make us who we are. And, a lot of the things we love most, movies, music, that's discovered in a relationship. People introduce you to shit. I just recycle things, over. A lot of you should be thanking your neighbor because they've probably given you your favorite album because, sharing is caring, folks. Do you guys have any points you'd like to? Okay, well, thank you for listening to my side of things, and no one let Michael leave because I would really like to talk to him.